Hi guys, we are at the Grand Floridian today to check out the Grand Cottage and the new Easter eggs that they have this year. We're also going to go to Magic Kingdom and just have a fun spring day. I'm Brittany, and this is Extra Magic Minutes. So we are at the Grand Floridian because today is the first day that they have the Grand Cottage and the Easter eggs out. The Grand Cottage is sort of like the gingerbread house that they do over the holidays, but they do this for Easter. It's a lot smaller, and they have food offerings in there, and then they also have eggs around. So there's 19 eggs. They're made by the bakery staff at the Grand Floridian, and they're made out of chocolate, fondant, and cocoa butter, among other things, but they're all edible, which is crazy to think about because they're so detailed. There's so many cool ones this year. A few returning ones that I really liked. They have the Snow White one that I loved last year. They also have these character eggs where there's like characters all over them that I think are just so cool. I feel like I could look at them for a long time. Also returning from last year, they have the Al's Toy Barn egg display. The best part about that is that they have Al inside like an egg-shaped chicken suit and his little face is in there. It makes me laugh every time I see it. Because I'm like, oh, you know, it could just be like a chicken suit, but they put his face inside, so he's there. He's outside the toy barn trying to get us to come in to buy toys. And I also really love the Beauty and the Beast egg they had. They had this one last year. It was sort of like the centerpiece last year, and they moved it this year over to the side. This one is so gorgeous. It spins, so you don't have to like go around to the back to see the back of it. And every inch of this egg is so detailed and beautiful. It has Belle in like 2 different gowns. Mostly she's in her yellow gown, but it also has like her in her outfit when she goes out to the woods, the pink one. That's my favorite actually. And then it has the Beast on the side, and then inside you can see the rose in the west wing, and it's like lit up. I don't know how they make these things, not just that they're all edible, but some of them have like light aspects or they move. So my favorite new eggs, I absolutely love the Snow White egg they have this year. It has the Evil Queen on the front. She looks so good, so menacing, and it has like a light above it. It has the little heart with her sword, and then on the back it has the magic mirror. I think he looks great, but the front is absolutely like, you have to stop and look at it. It looks so good. And there was a rotating poison apple. So they even like, no, even though it's made of food, they still have like a rotating feature in there because it is Disney. So they innovate in every way. Another one that I really love was the 101 Dalmatians egg that they have. They have a Cruella right on the top. So you're like, you know it's 101 Dalmatians. And I don't feel like you see a lot of 101 Dalmatians stuff. They also have Roger inside the apartment playing the piano. And you can even see on the newspaper that they painted detail on there. I can't believe like how much detail goes into these things, because you really wouldn't notice it if you're just walking by, but you really look at it, you see so many more things. There's also a bunch of Dalmatians around, and it's the apartment that they live in. There's another egg that has really cool like inlaid detail, is the Expedition Everest egg. So they have the Yeti in there, and he's working, he's standing, and he's moving. He is the Disco Yeti. He's not in A mode, he's in B mode, but he's inside that egg and he's standing up and he's breaking the track. And then on the back it says Expedition Everest and has all lights around it. So cool that they do that with the light effects, and it sort of flashes so you like can't see him, sort of like on the ride. It's so well thought out. They also have a 75th anniversary Cinderella egg. This one was one of my favorites. I just think it's so beautiful. It's like hand painted. They have little soap bubbles, so it's like the scene where she's cleaning and all the soap bubbles are around, and one says 75th anniversary and one has her little glass slipper on it, some other details. And then on the other side of the egg they have the original poster for Cinderella, which is a gorgeous poster. Just a stunning egg. It doesn't move or anything, but it doesn't really need to. There's so much to look at there. Another one that's very cool is the Madame Leota egg. This one is new. It's all lit up inside there, so her head is inside the egg, which is a perfect vessel. Like, it's not a crystal ball, it's an egg shape, but it still really works. The centerpiece this year that's right in front of the cottage, like in the back, is the Maleficent dragon. She looks like the parade float. It has so much detail. It even has like cogs inside like the parade float does. I don't know how you make that. I literally went to pastry school and I would have no idea how you make like that small detail with chocolate and with fondant without it breaking or without it falling apart. It looks so great. It's right in front of the cottage, and she's like long. She's got her big tail. They also have an orange bird over there. They have a Steamboat Willie, and he looks great. He's driving the little boat. And they have a Tarzan one that also has so much detail. It's like the tree house. The gorillas, oh gosh, it's not Turk. I think it's Kerchik. Is that the elephant? Shoot. Oh no, you're gonna know I'm a fake Tarzan fan. No, I like Tarzan. I just haven't seen it in a while, so I don't remember the gorillas' names. But it's the mom gorilla and the baby gorilla. Anyway, they're inside the tree house, and it looks so good on both sides. There's so much detail. There's like a boat that hangs off that's in the movie. They obviously really watched the movie a lot of times to get all the detail right on that tree house. Another one that's really cool is they have a Brother Bear one. Brother Bear, another kind of like movie that most people maybe haven't seen, or it's a little obscure, but it's great. It's very chocolatey. You can smell chocolate when you stand near it. I wish you could smell it through the screen, but it smells like modeling chocolate, and it has the bears inside and the it has cave drawings on the walls. It just looks really cool. There's so many good eggs. Oh, there's 19 of them, and there's 19 hidden Mickeys, so there's a hidden Mickey on each egg. So if you really didn't have enough detail on them just looking at the eggs, you could also hunt for hidden Mickeys. I only found like one or two. I was talking to a family about it, and I was like, there's so much to look at. I can't look for the Mickeys too. Also, Scrooge would be pretty mad at me, just like the time where he wasn't on my shirt at the Christmas party. I forgot about his display, but it's really cute. It's like his little feet in a pile of gems, and the gems look so realistic. I mean, I've never seen a real gem, but they look like they look in the cartoon. They're very well carved out and like sparkly. I just want to grab one and be like, can I pay at the cottage with this gem that I found? Aside from looking at and smelling all the delicious eggs, you can also go to the Grand Cottage where they have snacks, mostly treats that are Easter themed. The menu is actually kind of downsized this year. In years past, they had like a lot of items, some of them pretty expensive. Like you could buy the whole menu, like a box with everything in it. They don't have all that anymore. The most expensive thing is macarons. They're $14.99, but we got a couple of things we haven't tried before. Last year I tried the carrot blondie pop and I really loved that. I was almost gonna get it again, and then I was like, I gotta get something different. So we got the guava cream cheese sweet roll. This was $4.49. And these don't have descriptions, but this looks like a cinnamon roll that has guava and cream cheese on it. There's cream cheese frosting all over the top, and I can't wait to try it. It's very flaky. Oh my gosh, it matches my outfit. Okay. So good. This is one of the best things we've had in a while. It's so flaky. The pastry is perfect. The guava has the right amount of sweetness, and then the frosting is unreal. The frosting is so good. If you've ever got those Pillsbury cinnamon rolls that like are in a can and you put them around and then you put frosting on the top, that's what this frosting tastes like in the best way. We're gonna go and grab another one on the way home. We're gonna eat this one now, maybe have the other one for breakfast tomorrow or dessert tonight. I don't know. It's great. We need to have more. They're so delicious. Starting the day off strong. We should sell a dozen. We could take them home. We also got the cream cheese carrot coffee cake, and this was $9.49. This looks so good. It looks like a coffee cake with carrot on it. Do we think these orange things are carrot, or are they just like crunchies that look like carrots? Sugar. Just sugar. We had a really great gingerbread coffee cake over the holidays from here that was like the same sort of shape and size, although it was not $9. This one's just okay. I would not say that like carrot is a strong flavor that's coming through. There's also maybe some zucchini in there. I see like green pieces and orange pieces, like strings, shredded carrot, and maybe zucchini. But it is a very good cinnamon cake, and I think it's pretty big. Like you could split it for breakfast, so it's good. I would rather it be like $5. I would rather it be like $5 and have like half of the size of it, or like a muffin shape maybe, and then that would be really good. But I like the crunchiness on the top. These little crunchy fake carrots taste great. They add some sweetness to it, and I think the cinnamon flavor is really coming through. I just don't think I'm getting like a lot of carrot, but I do love carrot cake, and I kind of want like carrot to be the flavor instead of like coffee cake. The other thing too is that the cream cheese frosting and the crunchies were all like on one side, so we ate that side. I'm looking at this other side, and it doesn't really have any frosting. It doesn't have any of these little crunchies on it, so I think it definitely needs more cream cheese frosting, especially for the carrot cake-ness of it. It doesn't have like frosting. It does kind of look like there's frosting in the It does kind of look like there's frosting in the middle, but I can't tell if that's just like an air pocket in the cake or they put frosting in the middle. There's no descriptions for these, so I'm not really sure. If the frosting that was on that guava thing was on here, then this would be really good. Although still not really that carrot cakey. Train all day today. Said, don't speak. I'm training right now. I'm tooting. Anyway, we made our way into Magic Kingdom and we came in and the Festival of Fantasy Parade was going on. We got here just in time for Maleficent Dragon, my absolute favorite float, which we saw in egg form today and now in float form. And the fire effect is working again. I was like, oh, she's not going to breathe fire. Put my phone down, whatever. And then she was like, just kidding, you missed it. But the boyfriend was waiting and watching and he got it. Toot toot. Indeed, I agree. I also cannot wait for the new nighttime parade that's coming this summer to Magic Kingdom. Disney Starlight, Dream the Night Away. They just said that they're going to have a Coco float in the parade, and also it's hosted by the Blue Fairy, who you don't see very often from Pinocchio. I loved Spectro Magic when there was a nighttime parade, and I can't wait to see this one. I think it's going to be so good. No vehicle wants me to talk today. None. Here he comes. I don't know the words. I just know the tune. So we're on our way over to go on Tiana's Bayou Adventure because we haven't been on it since they removed the virtual queue. I'm a mixed bag on that because I actually kind of like the virtual queue in that it lets you like walk around and do other stuff throughout the day. It has an over-hour wait right now. I think it's 85 minutes, but we really want to go on it, so we're just going to wait. Hi, boat people! And we got distracted by the boat. Also the giant crane that's over here and the boat. It's very interesting because I have very mixed feelings about the construction that's going to be happening at Rivers of... Okay. I have very mixed feelings about the construction that's happening on Rivers of America. So I love that there's a water feature over here. It feels cooler instantly when you come over. And I think the boat is beautiful. I love when you're waiting in line for Haunted Mansion and you can look out on the water. I think it's really nice. But they are replacing this area with a Cars attraction. And then behind the Cars attraction, they're going to build Villains Land. So I am always excited for new things. I don't mind that Tom Sawyer Island is closing. I just hope that maybe they can keep like some of the water features. And the Cars attraction is actually shaping up to look pretty cool. We kind of thought it was going to be a trackless ride, but it turns out that they're building a whole new ride vehicle for it. Josh Damaro and some other Imagineers were just at South by Southwest last weekend, and they said they're building all new attraction vehicles. They're testing them like off-roading to see, you know, so it feels like you're actually in the terrain. And what I'm most excited about is that they said that all of the cars are going to have different personalities that you ride in, and new ones. It's not going to be like Lightning McQueen. It will be like a new car. So you get to pick which car is your favorite and be like, oh, can I please be on the, I don't know their names, one of the cars' names cars. But I am a little sad about losing the water here. I would love to know what you think about the changes that are going on at Magic Kingdom. I know people have very strong feelings about it, but now we're going to head over to Tiana and wait the long wait. It is very busy here today, so I'm not really surprised that the wait is long. Also, it's a great ride, so of course people want to go on it. So let's head over there. All right, it says 85 minutes, so we've got a little timer going to see how long the actual wait is. The line was up on the bridge, so it's longer than we waited on opening day and have ever waited, but it's also spring break, so everybody's welcome. Tiana's Bayou Adventure. That was so much fun. I haven't been on this ride basically since it opened. I feel like sometimes we don't come back and do things after we did them for a video for a while. So it was really great to be able to do that. We only waited about an hour, even though it said 85 minutes. With the ride, we were done in an hour and 10 minutes, so that's not bad at all. And I love the cue music here, so the line went by pretty quickly. I listen to it at home sometimes, it's so good. I got very wet though. We decided we wanted to sit in the front row because we've never sat in the front row on this ride, and they're not kidding. That is where you're gonna get the most wet My dress is a different color now. My sock's wet, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but everything will dry. I actually kind of like water rides, so I always have fun. Had a really great time. I love this ride system, and I felt like actually the animatronics were working pretty well for like sort of hit or miss. Like sometimes they're not working at all, sometimes they're okay. It's been kind of an issue with this ride like the whole time it's been open, but I feel like they were doing okay today. The only one that didn't really work was Tiana at the end. She's just kind of moving her head, but her arms don't move. So it looks a little weird. I mean, she's not just staring, which I've seen clips of that where they're just like... So it wasn't the whole experience, but she looked really good anyway. I love that dress still, and we got to see it because she wasn't moving around. We did come on opening day, and we got to come with our cast member friends before. We actually got stuck on the ride and got evacuated, so I'll put a link in the description below for that video and the video when we actually got to do the full ride. So if you haven't seen it yet, the link will be in the description below. And now we're gonna go over to check out the Critter Co-op. Even though it's the same merch, I still wish they would have some Larry merch. It's his shop, so maybe there'll be some over there. I know there's not any. If there were, the Larry bat alarm would have gone off and I would have known. But we're gonna go check it out anyway because we've actually never been in there and we haven't seen it yet. The theming in here is absolutely amazing. Obviously we haven't been in here yet. I love an overly themed Disney shop. It reminds me of the shops in the 90s at the mall where they had like the animatronics and stuff moving around. This one is great. It's themed to the critters that are on the ride. So their little band comes in to rehearse. But we also found a couple of things that were not here on opening day. They have this cool line that has this art on it. Looks like some of the concept art. This is like a notebook, like a drawing notebook. It doesn't have any lines or anything in it. And I just think it looks really nice. I love this art style. It looks like the outside of the attraction with the barn and the art that they did on there. And then on the back, it has some of the critters. This is $22.99. I'm absolutely obsessed with this hoodie. I love it so much. I have not seen this before, so I don't know if it's new. It's kind of out here as if it's new, but it's a Lewis hoodie. It looks like you're actually him. It's so soft on the inside. It has a little pocket in the front, and then on the back, the hood comes up and you look like Lewis. It also has spikes on the back, and Lewis is such an icon, so who wouldn't want to dress like him? It has a few fireflies on the sleeve. It's just so cute. And it's $79.99, which is kind of like the price for sweatshirts. I would get it if we weren't going into the summer and I wasn't like soaked already. Put it over a wet outfit. But it's so cute. Oh my god, Mondo's in the hood. The only thing that I really, really want is some new character plushes. We need a Mondo plush. We need some of the bears maybe. And we really, really need a Larry plush. Where is the Larry merch? Where is it? Let's get a treat. We stopped in at Pecos Bill. They have a whole new menu. They revamped the entire thing, but I was most excited about this dessert that we had to get. This is the sweet corn mousse with white chocolate and raspberry powder, and it was $6.29. We wanted to get this because we got something very similar a few years ago at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and it was so good. I've been thinking about it since. I'm also like really into corn desserts right now. We had a great one. We've had a couple good ones recently, so I was excited about this one. It has some jiggle to it. Every time I try to talk today, what? So the only difference I can visually see is that the last one didn't have raspberry powder, but I think this one is just sweet corn mousse the whole way throughout. I was gonna cut into it, but I'm pretty sure it's the same on the ends as it is in the middle, so let's try it. And normally I would just pick up an ear of corn like across like a typewriter, but that's not really, it looks like real corn, but I can't pick it up. That really tastes like corn. It's corn. 100-year-old reference. That's so good. It has real pieces of corn in there, so it really tastes like corn. And then the raspberry powder and the icing on the top there, they almost have like a liminess to them. They're not actually lime, but they're kind of like acidic. So it really tastes like corn with some lime juice on the top, but also like sweet, like a dessert. This is so good. If you like corn flavored desserts, or even desserts that aren't too sweet, because I feel like the nice thing about corn is that it has like a natural sweetness to it, but it's not like overly saccharine, really sweet. This is really good, and I love how it actually looks like corn. Like the mold that they use to make it must have like really, I don't know, like I feel like it might be hard to make, but it looks like actual corn kernels are on it, and then there's corn kernels inside of it. It's such a great idea. I love this dessert, and I'm really glad that it's on the menu permanently. Anytime you come to Pecos, William, you could grab it if you want. I have nothing but nice things to say about this delicious dessert, and it's so fun. It looks like corn. I want some more. Of a loaded fry kick, so we stopped into Casey's Corner. They have a new-ish loaded fry as well. We just had 2 other loaded fries at our Animal Kingdom Day in our last video. These are the Chipotle. These are the Chipotle barbecue loaded fries topped with pulled pork, slaw, and Chipotle barbecue sauce, and they were $7.79. And we had to take them over to Tomorrowland to eat them because the fireworks are starting in about 10 minutes, so it is pandemonium over there. So yeah, we brought them over here where there'd be a table outside the lunching pad. And we're gonna try them. I'm a little scared they're gonna be spicy. I heard Chipotle and I was like, I don't know. I'm not even big on barbecue or slaw, but I do really love the loaded fries they have at Flame Tree Barbecue, and they're kind of similar. So I'm gonna see if they're a similar sort of thing. I'm just trying to build a bite because I feel like all the pulled pork's on one side and the fries are over here, unless there's just a lot of pork on here and oh yeah, there's kind of a lot. I get oh my god, just a lot of meat. Some fries maybe? Are there any fries in here? Oh, where? It's a huge bite. Delicious. It's just a French fries. I don't know. This is too big of a bite. Whew, that's good. That pulled pork is really good. It's very juicy. You know, sometimes it can be dry. It has a little bit of spice, but it's not overwhelming because the barbecue sauce is actually pretty sweet. It's a nice balance. I still love those amazing Magic Munch fries more, but these are pretty good too. Maybe I am a slaw girl because I think the slaw on there is really great. It adds like a crunchy element, freshness to it. Goes great with the pulled pork. It's kind of like a pulled pork sandwich but without the bread and the fries or the bread. These are great. Also, that bite I had was not spicy at all. I think if you have a low spice tolerance, you'd be fine with these. I was a little worried, but they're totally good. These are really great. We have had only good loaded fries, and these ones truly are loaded. There's a ton of stuff on here. So I think it's a pretty good value, even though it looks small. There's a lot of pulled pork. Yeah, this is really good. A little bit of everything. Need some more fry. It is a little messy. It's too much. Look away. We tried something new with the fireworks today. We thought it would be really cool to see them from the PeopleMover. I'm not sure how the footage turned out because we thought we might actually get to see Tinkerbell from the PeopleMover, but we missed it by like 30 seconds. However, the lights are on in Space Mountain, the ride is down. I've actually been on it before, this is a little brag. I've been on it before with the lights on, but the boyfriend hadn't seen it with the lights on, so he was pretty excited about that. I thought it looked really cool. And it was actually really cool to watch the fireworks from the PeopleMover. We also got to go on twice because there was nobody else waiting, so they were like, you want to stay on? Or like, yes we do, thank you. And it was so much fun. If you're still with us at this point in the video, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps support the channel. I also wanted to thank Becky for the Buy Me a Coffees and everyone on our Patreon, and Bridget, thank you so much for all of your support. We had such a fun time today. This was a great day just going around doing whatever we felt like doing. Thanks so much for coming with us, and we'll see you in the next one.